And we're back, I think. Don't see a notification yet. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? That's not a good fucking view either. Jesus. Yeah, no. I don't think so. Couldn't I have done this beforehand? Holy. Are we even live? Because I still don't have a notification. Okay. Is there sound? What the? All right. Do we have sound now? For fuck's sakes. Why? What? Delay. Holy God. There is an ungodly delay. Anyways, so yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I. What the fuck's happening? God. Anyway, there's been a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks since I made any videos, any content at all, pretty much. And anyway, uh, my gaming PC setup is where I'm filming at right now. Is not in the same room that I do my mass content and my collectibles content. I'm actually in my bedroom. Okay, see, bedroom. Anyway, so there's not much of a background or anything to look at. Okay. Um. Yeah. So, anyways, and this is just a test. This is my first, well, basically my first test stream through OBS. I don't have my camera set up exactly where I'm going to have it or anything like that. And I'm using this headset with this mic. It seems to be doable right now. Even though what I'm filming with the camera that I'm filming with, is capable of 2160p 4K. Uh, Live streaming is only 1080p 60. I think it's pretty much like that across the board. Um, but anyway, this is just a test. I don't know how this is going to go as far as gaming because I do my gaming on my PS5. Um, again, this is just a test. Just want to make sure it works, everything works as far as video and audio, and it does. And I may or may not even see. Now I'm looking at you. I may or may not even keep this up. I'm not exactly sure. I'll look at it. I'll watch it back and see. But yeah, that's all this is a test, like the freaking title says. Um, and anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is um 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 yeah. There's see for those of you that aren't content creators, um, or for those of you that are rather, I should say, you understand how cringy it is to go back and watch yourself after you filmed a video. Um, for anybody at home, it's not as easy as you may think. It's not just sitting in front of a camera and just start talking. Um, when you film yourself and you go back and watch, just watch yourself talking about whatever, you see and notice a bunch of different things that you don't like and that are super duper cringy. For instance, I say these words too much. The word like, uh, um, super cringy, okay? When you say those words, it makes it seem like you don't know what you're talking about and it just doesn't flow together when you say like you sound like a fucking idiot. So that's super cringy. Another thing I tend to do is blink a lot when I'm talking. So I need to be aware, like when I'm just normally talking to people in my normal life, having conversations, I'm not, yeah, so, yeah. But for some reason, I noticed when I film my content, be it mass, comics, whatever, I blink like 1,000 times a minute. And I'm not sure what the reason is for that. So I'm just trying to be more aware so I don't do it. To stop blinking 1,000 times. Stop saying like, uh, um, And another thing I do, I'm part Sicilian, so I talk with my hands a lot, my arms. So, but when you watch the footage back and you're going like this and you're all these things combined, it's not a good look. It doesn't look good. Okay. So these are things that I'm going to try and work on because with those out of the equation, your problem is that much less of a problem. And it's that much closer to being a solved problem. It just runs smoothly. Um, and to be aware of it is that much, it makes it that much better. So that way you're aware of it. You're aware to not blink 100 times, to keep your eyes open, to be looking at the camera and just look at the camera. Another thing that I do a lot, and I'm sure a lot of other content creators do, is when you're filming, you want to see yourself. You want to make sure that you're not doing these things that you don't like. Like right now, I can see my arms go like this. Okay, stop it. Okay, so anyways, so I like, as a content creator, I like to see myself and what I'm doing. Okay, now when you're watching yourself, it becomes, it's distracting because you're not 100% focused on what you're doing, making sure you have eye contact with the camera, which in essence is you guys, whoever's watching the video. And it just throws you off because it makes it look like you're not, and it makes it look like you're not as invested into whatever you're doing or who you're talking to. And if you're caught looking off to the side or that, it makes it just ruins the flow. So all these things in combination, saying certain words like uh um moving with your hands, moving in your chair. It's another thing I do a lot. I rock back and forth in my chair. Um um Looking off to the side, trying to focus on what you look like while you're filming instead of just looking at the camera. And it's good, um depending on what you're filming on, if you don't have a screen flipped to where you can see yourself and have the main camera on you at the same time, you can have a mirror behind your camera so that way you can still see yourself directly behind whatever you're filming with. And so that way you're not looking off to the side or this and that. I don't even know how I got on all this to begin with. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I just got into OBS and I finally have it figured out and I have it set up. Um, I still need to get a regular mic and a mic arm and a really good webcam, because right now I'm not using a webcam. If you're live streaming from a gaming PC setup and you don't have a webcam, a mic arm, and a wired headset, you want to have a wired headset. If you don't have those things, there's a workaround, which is what I'm doing right now. There's an app called Droid Cam, okay? You have to have it on your phone and you have to have it on your PC as well. I have a Windows PC. Um, and what you do is it uses USB-C pass through from your phone straight into your desktop, and it turns your phone into a webcam with a mic, okay? And then right now, since I don't have a wired headset, I'm using a wireless headset via Bluetooth, which is also connected directly into the computer. Um, and then so it's Droid Cam, and then OBS, and then run concurrently together. It turns you could then live stream as if you have all that. So if you don't have, again, I'm kind of like repeating myself, but if you don't have a legit really good webcam and a legit mic stand and a wired headset, the workaround is using your phone via USB pass through from your phone to your desktop. And then the app is called Droid Cam. I'm sure there's other apps out there, but Droid Cam turns your phone into a webcam. So obviously you want to be using a good phone. It's on iOS and the Play Store, but I'm filming with a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and even on the front-facing camera, which this isn't. This is the regular back camera, but even on the front-facing camera, it has 2160p 4K footage. Um, but for all intents and purposes, I'm using the back camera because even though it looks fantastic when you're filming it, just filming it and then the regular footage before do any editing or upload it to anything, there always you always get some decomposition of the footage and the audio for whatever reason. Um, Even though, like for instance, when I film a video, whatever footage I have, the quality, it's crystal clear, looks great, sounds great. But then when it's uploaded to YouTube, it still is able to be played in 2160p 4K, but the quality, it's still there. It looks fantastic. And if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know. But obviously, since I'm the one filming and other content creators out there, you're the one filming, you're the one, you understand these things, and it's noticeable to you. It may not be noticeable to anybody else and still look great, but but I notice it. And there is some degradation of the footage, the video footage, and also the audio for whatever reason. And then Discord is a whole nother thing. It's the same thing. If I'm watching a live stream on YouTube that's through Discord, and then I come on as a guest through members waiting through Discord, same thing. Even if I have it, on a tripod and lighting and everything, um, the video quality goes down, the quality goes down, and then there's also a delay, which makes it very hard to have a conversation with those three things going on, and then at the same time trying to look at yourself and make sure you look and sound okay, and it's just a clusterfuck. But I think I babbled on long enough. But I just wanted to say that this is a test stream. Um, I don't know. I am still kind of trying to get on one of the um, locale shows, which I don't know if any of you guys are familiar. This has nothing to do with the content that I make now, which is, masks and collectibles. But if you know who Keemstar is, he has multiple live shows here on YouTube called the Locale Universe, LOLCOW. There's Locale Live, Locale Queens, Locale Rewind, etc., etc. Locale Milkers, Locale Nerds, da da da. And they're always making new shows. Um, there was, and now they're mainly drama based. And I know I'm not looking at the camera right now. I know that. But they're mainly drama based, which personally I'm not very much into myself. I mean, I watch it because it's entertaining, but as far as making content myself, that's not exactly my route. They had another show called Locale Madhouse, which the main host was David Jaffe, which is the creator of the video game God of War, and he also created Twisted Metal and things like that. But he got fired live on air a couple weeks ago, and the show was canceled. And I was actually trying out at first to maybe go on that show because, unlike the other locale shows, Madhouse was about, supernatural, uh, conspiracy theory things, aliens, horror, stuff like that. Pretty much all the stuff that I'm, into. But he was fired live, and that show was canceled. Okay, so there goes my shot for going on Madhouse. Then they made another show called Locale Dark that was supposed to be a predecessor to Madhouse. Um, and they were doing tryouts for that, live tryouts. And on the first night, I went on through Discord before I had this fully set up. And, I've come on these shows as a guest many times. I've been on Locale Live, I think, once. I've been on Queens multiple times. And then I did this night, right? Was one of the I was on Queen's Night as a guest as well through this setup. But all the other times was not. It was just through my phone through Discord because you're on a Discord live video call. And because of the delay and everything else, it was just kind of a clusterfuck. But I still made it to round two. Okay, I still made it to round two. Um, but I never actually had the chance to do round two because that show was then canceled and rebranded, and now it's called Locale Dolls, and it's just two chicks, and it has nothing to do with supernatural, conspiracy theories, horror, anything like that. So, are they going to uh, make another show? Excuse me, of that theme again? I don't know. I hope so. That would be nice because that way I can try out and possibly get on one of those shows. Um, aside from that, just me still doing my own thing here. Um, YouTube is very finicky in the way they do things and very segregated as far as whatever kind of content you're going to make. Like, before I just had ETX masks because it was just masks. And then I integrated comics and collectibles into it and changed the name to ETX Collectibles because if I hadn't changed the name and just kept my channel ETX Masks, and then I'm not doing all mask content, it's going to mess up the algorithm. YouTube, just for those of you that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel or anything, if you're going to make whatever content you're going to make on YouTube, it has to be one subject and one subject only. Okay, like me doing the masks. If it's going to be masks, it has to only be masks. It could be nothing else. Otherwise, it screws up the algorithm. So my only way the way around that for me was to change the name of the channel to ETX Collectibles and then integrate comics, action figures, you know, freaking, you know, prop movie prop replicas, things like that. Like this, for instance, this is the. Hold on a second. This is the Lament configuration. Just still haven't done a video for this. It'll be a short video, but yeah, this is the Lament configuration from Hellraiser, the Hellraiser movies. The box, give it to us. But yeah, things like that. And my phone right now isn't even on the tripod; it's on Thor's hammer. But yeah, movie prop replicas like that, horror movies, comic book movies, etc., etc. Hold on a second. I have a few things in here that I can just, even though this isn't even about that, but like right here, this is the Raptor. Does anybody know what this is? This is the knife from um, from the first Predator movie. The what's his name? The Indian guy, when he goes to have his face off with the Yautja at the end or towards the end, he takes this knife out and he cuts across his chest, and then next thing you know, you just hear him screaming. But this is a replica. This is like an exact 1-to-1 replica, and you can see this is the real deal. This is a super thick blade. But yeah, this is the Raptor. Um, where's the mask? Isn't it in here? Oh no, it's in the front room. I don't want to get up. But anyway, stuff like that. So still masks, comics, action figures, things like that. Uh, horror and comic book movie prop replicas, 1-to-1 prop replicas. Um, yeah. So anyway, the only way of getting around making, you know, a channel for each thing, a mask channel, a comics channel, a, you know, collectibles channel like figures and things like that, a prop replica channel. You know, I'm also into abandoned stuff, urbex and rurex, I guess you can call it. Urban exploration, rural exploration, anything abandoned. I love abandoned stuff. I find it so interesting that things are just frozen in time, stuck in time. Um, you know. Anyway, and on my other channel, that is an inactive channel, or I should say inactive, uh, as in I'm not making content on it anymore. But I have quite a few abandoned my own abandoned videos, but I can't throw those on my collectibles channel because it doesn't make any sense. Um, and I'm not actively doing it, so it wouldn't make any sense for me to make a channel for that and put that stuff on there. I do plan to do that at some point when I get back into it. I think what I'm going to do to start it off is just download my current videos and then re-upload them to the new channel and then just keep up with new abandoned places in the meantime. I'm in Illinois. I live in Illinois, pretty much northern Illinois, north or western, whatever. I'm northern Illinois, you could say. So I am in a half and half kind of urban, half part rural area. And but I mean, like 2-3 minutes down the road, and you're in the country. Gravel roads, cornfields, farms, farmhouses, stuff like that. And there's quite a few abandoned farmhouses like and stuff like that in this area. Um, and just in general, like there's so many places that I could go film. Um, but that is on the agenda to to create or to start a new abandoned exploration channel. Um, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of just babbling at this point, but yeah, so that's that. This is just an OBS test stream. Okay, this is the first time streaming on YouTube through OBS. So I'm going to watch this back when I'm done. Um, the quality is not that of which it could be for some reason. Like I have the stream pulled up next to the way the video actually is. And let's see if I can show you real quick. All right. Is it flipping it around for some reason? Oh. Well, anyway, you're not even gonna really be able to see here. Maybe you will. Oh yeah, there's a delay. Hold on a second. Let me wait for this to get caught up. I got screens everywhere. On the left is the YouTube feed, and on the right is, well, see, that's not gonna work because I'm in OBS. So yeah, scratch that. But I was just gonna try and show you the quality difference of the video. And I'm waiting for this to get caught up because there's such a delay. That's so bizarre. There's like a legit 10-second delay. Huh. Well, anyway, guys, that is it. Man, I'm getting parched easily for some reason. But anyway, guys, that is it. So, I may or may not leave this up. I'm not even entirely sure yet. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch this when I'm done here, and then I'm gonna head over to the PS5 and just stream some Warzone Verdansk with no commentary. I may or may not have the headset on. We'll see. Because I have another headset, but we'll see. But anyway, that's it. It's just a test OBS stream. My first stream again using OBS to YouTube. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoy this clusterfuck of a video, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. When you do subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which I'm not gonna say back to consistent content anymore unless I know for sure I'm going to be back to consistent content. But I'm going to try to get back to consistent content, okay? Because I need to get back in that algorithm. Oh, also, a reminder about my eBay store. Now, if you are a collector like myself, if you collect comic books, if you collect masks, horror and horror themed masks, Slipknot or replica masks, any kind of masks, comics, masks, action figures, hoodies, graphic hoodies, Thor's hammer, movie prop replicas, horror, comic book movie stuff. Captain America shit, whatever. I have all types of stuff up there, and I'm always posting more. But if you are a collector of cool shit like myself, head over to my eBay store. The link is in my bio, and it's in the bio of all my social medias. If you look up ETX Mask or ETX Collectibles, it's linked. You'll find me, and it's linked on everything. Yeah, just head over to the store if you feel so inclined. Pick yourself something up if you want. If you want to bundle anything, I can do that, and I can give you a slight discount. Um, or I can even do a slight discount just even on one item if you want to make a deal off of eBay. Because eBay really sucks between their fees, their taxes, promotional fees. It's fucking insane, dude. It's they take so much. It's pretty crazy. Like for instance, if I sell an item that's $200, I'll probably get maybe 150 out of it if I'm lucky. And then the more expensive the item is, the more they take out, you know? And it's like really not even worth it on a lot of this stuff because I'm not making anything. Even if something is at $200 and that's the value of it, right? And pretty much everywhere, whatever it is, like if it's a certain Corey Taylor mask or something like that, and it's a $200 mask anywhere you go, and I put it up for 220 for to account for shipping, I'm still not making anything because it's just covering shipping, which is between $10 and $20 usually, depending on the item. So just because I put it at 220, I'm not marking it up, and then I'm not getting that anyway. So if I have it at 220, I'll probably get 150, 160 out of it if I'm lucky at the end of it. It's crazy. Um, like I think the most expensive item I sold was this alien space jockey statue, maquette statue from Sideshow Collectibles. Is like a 20-pound statue, big ass statue, a 3-piece thing. Um, it's like a $1,200 statue, $1,200, $1,300, and I think that's what I put it up there for was about 1,300, and I got nine something out of it after everything. So after taxes and fees and promotional fees, yada yada yada, they took out like over $300. It's fucking crazy. So, and I'm a trusted seller. Like you could go on like if a regular seller were to say, hey, if you want to bundle a deal or if you want to get a discount, we could make a deal off eBay. That would sound fishy to me, like because I don't trust anybody, and nor should you. But I am a trusted seller. Um, you could even check my feedback, minus a couple people being stupid. Like there's one negative review and then two neutral. One person left a review before they even got it, saying, "I did not receive yet." Well, what are you leaving a review before? Because they were in another country, like overseas. Like, what do you leave? Why are you? If you didn't get it yet, what do you? So that affects it negatively. And then there was like one other neutral one, and then like something happened, like one guy's comic slab got cracked, a little cracked in transit, which isn't my fault, obviously. But I try to tell people, if there's an issue, message me, reach out to me, and I will work with you to take care of the problem instead of just leaving a crappy review, which again, I've made a lot of sales and there's literally one negative and two neutral. So that changes my 100% down to like a 98%. But if there's any issue, which 99% of the time there isn't, but if there is something, reach out to me and I'll do whatever I can to, resolve that issue and move forward. But anyway, yeah, it's simply because of that. If you wanted to get multiple items or even just one item, but at a slight discount, I can do that off of eBay, just straight through either PayPal or Cash App. Obviously, after you send the payment, send your shipping info, and I typically ship either same day or the next day, depending on the time of day, because the post office closes at 6:30, or 6:30 p.m. But yeah, typically again I ship same day, or if anything, next day. And then with PayPal and Cash App in particular, I like to use those because there's no, especially Cash App, there's no extra taxes and fees for anybody, for the seller or the buyer. So for instance, if there was an item for $200 on Cash App, with shipping, I could probably do 180 or something like that. I'm not saying that exactly, but it depends on what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. But again, it is linked in the bio. So if you want to head over, check it out. And if you want to make a deal, you can message me anywhere. If you can't message me directly through eBay, you could message me on Instagram, or you could even comment down here below, and then we'll figure out a way for you to get in contact with me. Excuse me, and then we'll work out a deal. And that's that. Okay. And I've done many deals like that too, by the way. I've made quite a few sales off of eBay, whatever, through Instagram, through Cash App, PayPal, whatever. So it's definitely doable. It doesn't have to be through eBay. Anyways, I've ranted about eBay long enough. So again, that's it for my test stream here. First official test stream through OBS to YouTube. All right, so that is it for this one. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. When you do subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this, what the quality, the video quality and the audio, how it sounded, etc., etc. All right, and we will get back to more consistent content. I will try my best to get back to consistent content. I'm not promising anything. And regardless of whatever mask or collectible content I'm doing, I pretty much live stream pretty much every night. Gaming, all right, mainly Warzone. But anyway, guys, that is it for this one. So until next time, see you later.